We are following breaking news as we come on the air here at 6 a.m. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Police Chief Brian O'Hara showing up to yet another mass shooting scene overnight. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Lauren Lemanchek.
Audrey Russo's live at City Hall this morning with brand new information from overnight. But first, let's get to your weather with John Ziegler in the backyard.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It is hot. It is very humid. It's going to be more of a summer-like day here this morning. Dew points in the upper 60s. Now, eventually we're going to get to October and it's going to be hard to hit 90 degrees. But for now, yeah, somebody's going to hit 90 today, mainly southwest of the metro. 71 degrees as you're waking up here this morning. 64 down in Wilmer. Most of us are in the 60s. You got the urban heat island effect of the metro. It's still a thing for probably a few more weeks, or we're just a little bit warmer. Now, you're going to be dealing with quiet conditions, but notice this little pop-up near Eau Claire. It's caught my eye because I'm realizing, all right, we're still possibly convective, right? We're still very hot, very humid. So I'm watching a boundary this afternoon near Alex, near Brainerd, near Grand Rapids that could pop one this afternoon. Outside of that, it's hot and it's in the upper 80s today. South winds, breezy, very similar to yesterday at 10 miles per hour. Cece, how's it looking out there?
Good morning. Hope your day's off to a great start. The only crash that I've been tracking for the past hour is this near St. Paul, 35E northbound. This is right here near Shepherd Road, and as you're driving toward West 7th Street. Not impacting drive times, though. You see it's off on that left shoulder. So if you're driving toward downtown St. Paul, maybe from Lilydale, your commute will be just fine. Taking a look here at the 694, 494 loops. Everything in that area looks really great this morning. And if we zoom out even more to the South Metro, things look good down there too, especially 35W opening back up between the Burnsville split and 494 in Bloomington. As far as projects today, no major highways shutting down, so you need to take alternate routes, but there will be some lane closures, so stick around for that.
All right, Cece, we will check in with you soon. Thank you. We are following that breaking news in Minneapolis this morning. More than a dozen people shot in just 12 hours.
Two mass shootings just blocks away from each other. The first shooting happened at the Transit Center at Lake and Stevens around noon. Then just before 10 last night, another shooting inside a homeless encampment in East Lake Street and 28th Avenue South. Audrey Russo's live at City Hall this morning with what we're learning from overnight.
Police and the mayor say that this is the last straw for this homeless encampment on private property. They say that the city plans to clear it as soon as the criminal investigation has wrapped up, which could be as early as tomorrow. Now, that investigation, which you're seeing right here on your screen, this all started, police say, around 10 last night when an off-duty Minneapolis officer at Target was approached by people reporting upwards of 30 gunshots coming from Lake Street. Now, officers found 5 people shot at the encampment and another 3 from that property turned up later at different hospitals. Now, 4 are seriously hurt, including 3 men and 1 woman. The city has been trying to remove this encampment for months, but unlike setups on public property, they can't clear it without the cooperation of the property owner, Hammoudi Sabri. Just last week, the city council approved the filing of a lawsuit against Sabri, with officials claiming his property poses a public health risk.
This is a whole lot worse than a nuisance. This is an open danger. The neighborhood deserves better. We will be clearing this encampment immediately after the crime scene has been investigated and taken care of. If he wants to sue us, he can. If he wants to take this up in court, that is certainly his prerogative, but this is not safe.
Now, the mayor there referring to the property owner, Sabri, there. Now, the police chief echoed a lot of the mayor's sentiments, saying that police resources have been tied up in that area recently, such that they've actually had to request additional help. I have more on that coming up in about 30 minutes, but for now, I'll send things back to you.
All right, Audrey, thank you. Turning to the first shooting yesterday that happened in broad daylight just before noon at the Transit Center at Lake and Stevens. Right now, 1 man is in critical condition, 4 others expected to survive. City officials are calling for more collaboration to make the area safer. Minneapolis City Council member Jamal Osman, whose ward touches the area where this happened, says addressing crime needs everyone involved, including the City Council, police, and MnDOT. He says the area has seen issues with people gathering when they shouldn't be, and everything needs to be addressed if they want to solve the issue of crime in the area.
Are they getting the addiction treatment they deserve? That's our way. But when it comes to enforcing the law, it falls under the mayor's office, and also if you are responsible under the bridge, which is MnDOT, it falls on you.
Now, the city has put up fences to block the area off. We checked with police overnight, and no arrests have been made in this shooting. It's been nearly 3 weeks since a mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis killed 2 children and injured more than a dozen others.
And for the first time this morning, students are heading back to the classroom. Michelle Beck is near Annunciation right now with more on what that'll look like. Michelle?
Well, Lauren and Jason, it is not going to be an easy day for Annunciation families. But here are some signs of support that the community is here supporting them. These blue and green ribbons hung up on trees and street signs all around the blocks leading up to the school for students to see if they are walking towards school this morning. And as of this morning, some on-campus activities will start back up for the first time since the August 27th shooting. A school spokesperson says students for now won't be going to regular classes. Instead, all grades will take part in activities around support, connection, and play. That is in the planner till Thursday, and right now nothing is scheduled for Friday. Some Annunciation families spending yesterday at the state capitol testifying to a bipartisan group of senators meeting about gun violence prevention. Their words are powerful. Take a listen.
I continue to do daily dressing changes on several bullet wounds on Vivi's back and arm. Can you even imagine cleansing bullet wounds on your 9-year-old that they suffered while sitting in church?
My children were among the lucky ones. We got to hug them after school that day. But they are not the same kids that I dropped off that morning. Protection.
And of course, she is talking about the lingering trauma that still exists today, and the school acknowledges that this is going to be a long and windy path towards healing. The school also acknowledging that everyone is going to take different paces as they walk in that path towards healing. But as we talk about these kinds of shows of community support, coming up in the next 30 minutes, I'm actually going to meet up with a chalk artist who's going to be adorning the sidewalks with art and more messages of love and hope and courage. I'll have her story, hopefully of inspiration, coming up in Newscast later today. Back to you.
Oh, Michelle, I can't imagine what today is going to be like for those students and parents. Just hope everyone wraps them in love today. Thank you. Well, in less than 60 minutes, voters in Anoka and Hennepin counties will head to the polls for a special election. The race is to fill the late Representative Melissa Hortman's seat in the House in House District 34B. Hortman and her husband were shot and killed in their home 3 months ago. Today's election is between former Brooklyn Park City Councilor X.P. Lee and Republican candidate Ruth Bittner. Right now, Republicans hold a 1-seat majority in the Minnesota House. Polls open at 7 this morning and close tonight at 8.
Today, the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk will make his first court appearance in Utah. Prosecutors are expected to formally charge 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with Kirk's murder. This all comes as new reporting from the Washington Post revealed Robinson allegedly confessed to the crime in an online chat on Discord. According to screenshots, he wrote, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this." The FBI says Robinson is not cooperating, but they have found his DNA on 2 pieces of evidence.
We have new details this morning on a crash involving 2 school buses in southern Minnesota. The accident happened in Freeborn County, southwest of Austin, after school yesterday. Sheriff's deputies say the driver of the first bus didn't yield at an intersection, hitting the back of the second bus. 5 children and one of the drivers were taken to the hospital. Now here's some brand new pictures sent to us from a parent whose student went to the hospital yesterday. They're all expected to be okay. The driver of the first bus was given a ticket.
This morning, Xcel Energy customers are sounding off as the company proposes raising its prices. The first of several public hearings hosted by the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission wrapped up in Stillwater last night. Xcel Energy wants the commission to approve a 2-year plan of price increases for improvements and investments. Xcel says on average, the final rate change would increase the bill for a typical customer by about $14 per month.
I've collected a couple bills from the last bills from this year and another from last year to compare, and depending on the moment, I'm not sure whether to be furious or whether to cry.
Xcel says the rate hikes are necessary to meet the state's clean energy goals and boost its power grid resilience. The commission's decision will likely come next summer. Until then, a smaller temporary price hike is in effect.